We have company. Confirm visual on those contacts.
¡Cortalos! Muéstrales que esta es nuestra agua. ¡Mover!
Alert 5. Launch the Seahawk. I want a low pass. Wake them up.
To understand why 3 small frigates would challenge a supercarrier, we have to look at the map. This isn't just about water, it's about oil and borders.
Tensions have been rising for months. These patrols are actually tests of American resolve.
The contrast between the Venezuelan Navy of the 1980s versus now is striking. While these ships were formidable, naval technology has evolved significantly. It is David versus Goliath, but David forgot his sling. The Ford displaces 100,000 tons. The frigate, barely 2,500. Don't underestimate them completely. These ships carry anti-ship missiles capable of hitting a target 180 kilometers away.
Systems green, radar active. We see them before they even know we're in the air.
This isn't just a transport. The MH-60R is a hunter. It can track submarines and surface ships simultaneously.
Neutralize the threat. All batteries free.
It was a flex of muscle, a diplomatic gamble. But when a Seahawk shows up, the gamble usually ends.
Carry on.
Venezuelan vessels, this is U.S. Warship 78. Maintain current distance or we will construe your actions as hostile.
Media vuelta. 180 grados. Hágalo ahora.
Bridge, this is Viper. Targets are breaking formation. They are bugging out.
That was a close call. But why are Venezuelan warships challenging the U.S. Navy in the first place? And what exactly can a single helicopter do against 3 frigates? To understand this encounter, we have to look at the map. This happened just outside Venezuela's exclusive economic zone, a hotbed for maritime tension.
For decades, this region has been a chessboard for geopolitical power plays, involving oil shipments and narco-trafficking patrols.
For the Venezuelan Navy, these maneuvers are about sovereignty. They want to prove they can police their own waters, even against a superpower. For the U.S., it's about freedom of navigation, ensuring that international waters remain open for everyone, regardless of local disputes. But let's talk hardware. Who actually had the upper hand here? Let's break down the Venezuelan flagship involved in the incident. This is the Mariscal Sucre-class frigate. Originally built in Italy, these ships have been the backbone of the Venezuelan fleet for nearly 40 years. They pack a punch. They are equipped with Otomat Mk2 anti-ship missiles. In theory, they can strike a target over 180 kilometers away. However, reports suggest maintenance issues. Radar systems are often outdated, and engines struggle to maintain top speed for long durations. Now let's look at what they decided to surround. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the largest warship ever built. It's a floating city. It displaces 100,000 tons of water. That's 40 times the size of the Venezuelan frigate. Carriers aren't designed for close-range brawls. Their power is projection. Their guns are the aircraft sitting on the deck. Which brings us to the game changer, the MH-60R Seahawk, the Romeo. It looks like a transport chopper, but it's a lethal submarine hunter. It's the eyes of the fleet. Its multi-mode radar can track dozens of surface targets while simultaneously listening for submarines below. And it has teeth. These are Hellfire missiles, designed to punch through armor. Against a small frigate, they can target.
So you have 3 blind, aging frigates against a carrier that can see everything and a helicopter that can strike before they even load their tubes.
Log the encounter. Send the sensor data to the Pentagon. They'll want to analyze the Venezuelan reaction times.
Silencio en el puente. Concéntrense en el rumbo.
But what if the Venezuelan commander hadn't turned back? What if he panicked and fired a missile? How would that battle have played out?
Let's run the simulation. 3 frigates versus 1 carrier strike group. No holding back.
¡Fuego a los tubos 1 y 2! ¡Atacar al portaaviones! Vampire! Vampire!
Inbound missiles detected. Bearing 180. Time to impact 30 seconds.
Engage auto defense. Ram and phalanx, free to fire. Vampires down. Engaging surface targets. Rifle.
¡Prepárense para el impacto!
Pause. In less than 2 minutes, the Venezuelan flagship is blinded and burning, and the carrier hasn't even turned its flight deck into the wind yet. The reason the Seahawk wins isn't just because of the missiles. It's because of the network. It's not fighting alone. It's called Link 16. The helicopter shares everything it sees with the carrier in real time.
It is live. Target designation received. We have a firing solution for the main destroyers.
Meanwhile, the Venezuelan ships rely on voice radio and local radar. They are fighting in the dark while the US Navy is fighting in 4K. But here's the thing. Fighting surface ships is actually the Seahawk's secondary job. Its main job is hunting something you can't see at all.
Submarines. Venezuela operates 2 Type 209 diesel-electric subs. Quiet, small, and dangerous in coastal waters.
Deploying sonobuoy, our way.
As the tube hits the water, the antenna pops up and the wire drops deep into the ocean. Sound waves ripple out,
It also lowers this, the dipping sonar. It sends out active pings. If a sub is down there, this will find it.
Nos encontraron. Sumergirse. Inmersión de emergencia.
So in one platform, you have a missile truck, radar station, and a submarine hunter. That is why the carrier captain called the Seahawk first.
They were testing our perimeter. They wanted to see how fast we could launch. The bird was in the air in 4 minutes flat. Good work. Let the air boss know I'm pleased.
But incidents like this don't stay at sea. They ripple all the way to Washington and Caracas.
For Venezuela, this footage will be edited. They will show the brave frigates chasing away the imperialist carrier. It's a win for domestic propaganda.
For the US, it's a diplomatic headache. Do you sanction them? Do you send more ships? Or do you ignore it to avoid escalation?
We kept the peace today.
It's an asymmetric game. The US risks a $13 billion asset every time it sails here. Venezuela risks comparatively little. But the asymmetry works both ways. The power of the Seahawk. But as we saw, a single tactical asset.
They got close. Too close.
but they backed down.
This incident serves as a reminder. The Caribbean is no longer a quiet backyard. It is an active frontier.
Visuals of American power projection. The city at sea never sleeps.
3 warships tried to surround a carrier. They found out that before you can touch the Queen, you have to get past the Knight. And the Knight flies.
What do you think? Should the US have been more aggressive? Or was this the perfect response? Let us know in the comments.
By the way, did you know this specific Seahawk squadron calls themselves the Swamp Foxes? Pretty fitting.
If you like this, check out our breakdown of the time a Russian jet buzzed a US destroyer. Click here.
Let's look under the hood. 2 GE turboshaft engines provide 1,800 shaft horsepower each. This power allows it to hover steadily, even in sea state 5, vital for lowering the dipping sonar. The cockpit is fully digital, night vision compatible. No old school gauges here. The multispectral targeting system allows pilots to see heat signatures from miles away, turning night into day. Landing on a moving ship is hard. The RAS-C system literally winches the helicopter down to the deck to prevent it from sliding off.
In contrast, the Venezuelan RAN-3L radar is a 1970s design. It struggles to detect low-flying targets in high waves.
The Romeo isn't just used by the US. It protects fleets in Australia, Denmark, and South Korea. It is the global standard. Future upgrades will pair the Seahawk with unmanned drones, extending its range even further.
It is the ultimate shield for the fleet.